Lydia Dahl, Fight Connect TV, backstage at Akuma FC at the Europa Hotel in Belfast with a victorious coach tonight, Paddy the Hooligan Holohan.
We're in the Girls' Jacks.
We're in the Girls' Jacks.
This is what happens in the Girls' Jacks, lads.
Look at it. Well,
This
take a look at this.
Is no joke in the Girls' Jacks here. Listen, it should not be me doing an interview here, but if you haven't bought the book, make sure you go out and buy the book.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to grab you because obviously we just interviewed Liv. Fantastic first round performance. But you're a man of the moments at the moment. Like, literally, the book launch is everywhere. People are just posting up, tagging. Yeah. It seems to be really, really well received.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. So I was putting that story out there so other people realise that we're all a little bit vulnerable sometimes, you know? And the idea is that sometimes, even at that times, we don't even know that we are that vulnerable. Yeah. So there's parts in that book that you will read and you'll be like, God damn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I know that we spoke just because we had you obviously in, you were very kindly came in to do the First Exchange podcast in the lead up to the release of the book. You were talking off air saying, like, you know, it's a little bit nerve wracking. Yeah. It's my story. And I was going, it's very hard because I'm excited for your book and I want to hear what's going on and, you know, get the release of it and different things. And you forget that it's your life. And you forget that people are going to be reading about it.
Yeah. Or someone asked me, my first interview, asked me something about it, and I'm like, this motherfucker's a journalist. How does he know this? Yeah. You know? And I'm like, and then it's like having to talk about it and all. It's but it is what it is. But it's one of these things that a lot of the stuff in the book, a lot of people wouldn't know, and they wouldn't have kind of done to put it together. You know? So it's it was great to actually get a book off my chest because there was a lot going on. Yeah. If you haven't read the book, you'll know that there's mental things that have went on in it at times where they from the outside, it was just this big, shiny, beautiful thing, you know, and it's a fighter's life. That's what fighters go through, and young fighters reading it will understand mistakes to make and mistakes not to make, you know what I mean? Because it's fucking scary being a fighter, you know. It's a hard world, and you're getting pushed into a cage, and you're young, and you're like you can be vulnerable if you're from certain backgrounds, or you know, and it's a mad situation. It's like it's a little bit like a circus sometimes, you know.
Some would argue though, from reading your book, and I read it in 2 days, I couldn't put it down. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. But some would say that pro fighting was probably the easiest aspect of your life. Yeah, who knew? Like, you know, not only from just absolute mayhem that went on, you know what I mean, and the fact that you pulled through it and were able to put it together in a book like so perfectly that it resonated so well with people. And it was such, you know, anyone that I've spoken to, they've all taken something from the book where they can go, that resonates with me. I went through something similar. That's
probably the best thing that I feel about it. I don't think anyone has came at me with the same thing. And people have came at me with like small little things, and you're like, how did that get you? You know what I mean? Like, there's one line in it. I was doing a podcast today, and it's about taking or giving more than you take. And he was like, when I seen that, he said, I sat back for about half an hour, and it made me realise that's what I've been. This is a guy that gives so much. He's on the podcast coming up soon. He gives so much to charity. He does all of this kind of stuff, and he realised you said it, and when I heard it, I was like, that's what it is. I've been looking for that answer, and that's a motto I live by. Give more than you take, and you'll always be in a good place. That's the way it works. Don't chase the money, chase the legacy, chase your family's name, growing that. And when you do that, the rest of it comes. It's a byproduct of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, continued success with it. Thanks. And before I let you go, let's talk very quickly. Gerry Adams on the No Shame podcast.
Gerry,
Hello. I actually thought it was photoshopped. I saw it coming up as like, no, not possible. When's it out?
It's out Tuesday. So me, big Gerry, go back way into the day. Yeah. You know, I met Gerry Adams when I was about 5 years of age in I always forget the Antrum's ground. And anyway, it's only up the road from me, Casement Park. Yeah. And it always takes me about that long to get it as well. Do you know that? Casement Park. It's named after Roger Casement. I'd be always thinking of Roger Park. It's not Roger Park. But the idea is that I met him as a kid, and I remember walking in and seeing this big man, this figure, and people really respected him. And the idea of like, he had time for everybody. He was shaking everyone's hand, and I remember just being a kid going, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. And then not too long ago, just in Leinster House, I walked in, and I'm walking around Leinster House as an elected person now, and it's like, how mental is this? I walk into a room, he's like, when are we Hooligan? You know what I mean? And I walks in, and Gerry A is there. All right, Gerry.
And have you said it to him like, I met you when I was 5 years old? You obviously had that conversation.
This is it. So this is parts of the podcast. So I asked him about a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, like a lot of people that he would have been with in the way up would have been heroes to me. Yeah. Like Bobby Sands, and I mean heroes beyond like to human strengths, to show the strength of like real passion, none of this Facebook bullshit. Yeah. The ability to like for someone who to like hunger strike themselves to death for something that they believe in, but knowing that there's a bigger cause there, and there's a like the saying goes, the guy that plants trees who knows the shadows he will never sit under. Whoa. They are the people that you want to be in life. You know, forget everything else, because then you'll last. You'll be dead for longer than you'll be alive, so you might as well be remembered for 200 to 300 years. That's my goal.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you're 150 years deep at the moment. We've got 200 to go. Yup. But listen, as I say, continued success, and I'm absolutely delighted because not a nicer person could all this be happening to, and that's why it's happening as well. Absolutely. Hard work and
not always the good guy. Sometimes the good guy gets fucking stood all over. I'm as equally evil as I am good, Lydia.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about this before.
Be careful. That's what I'm saying. I am. I know when someone's taking the piss if you must.
Yes. No, that's another podcast. We have to go back in again.
This lighting's good, isn't it?
It's very good. Well, listen, thank you very much, and congratulations to Liv as well tonight. Brilliant performance.
Liv's an animal.
Absolutely fantastic.
And you know what? She's an absolute pleasure to coach. She's somebody that inspires me. Like. She doesn't need to be here doing this now, you know what I mean? And she's a quality martial artist. Yeah. That's the thing. She's so easy to look after when you're outside, and she just listens to what you said, and she does it, you know? Like, and the idea is, I've said this to Liv, it's like a fortune teller. I said, listen, please get down the jiu-jitsu route for me, will you? Please don't try to be fighting these young fellas coming up. And the idea is, when you get really good at jiu-jitsu, I think you understand yourself and you understand the nerves and everything else better. Yeah. And then you can come back and do this a lot more confident that if it's not going right, fucking pull guard. I'm already messing. Don't pull guard.
Brilliant. Paddy Holohan for Fight Connect TV.